It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest. Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in the discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6,
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Timberwolves.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all know that Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach, has a great way with his players. He said they see through all the BS. They've got to know that you're in charge and know what you're talking about. But in the end, it's about them. Kevin?
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. We've already seen a few players make, Brent, a big leap over last year. Their hard work is really paying off.
The interesting thing over the past few years is just how intricate the off-season training is for players. And this is why I think the evolution of the game feels like it's been sped up. So many specialized coaches, so much time that guys want to work on facets of the game that are opening up opportunities. And with so much space that's on the floor for guys, we get to see those skill sets a little bit more often on a nightly basis. Awesome to see that players continue to strive to maximize their potential.
I agree. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Garrett Temple, and it's Green in at the center position. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Draymond Green using some speed, at least a little speed burst on that play to get the defense on its heels.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
That's good from Green. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Both free throws good from Green.
Well, the Warriors returning to San Francisco next season after 48 years in Oakland. That new arena in Mission Bay getting finished up, polished up, fresh paint. It's looking good there. Hopefully it'll be just as rocking as Oracle Arena has been for this many years.
Top of the key. Cousins, no good. Conley against Curry. From outside the arc, the Grizzlies with another miss. Well, Brent, some wondered whether they changed their name to the San Francisco Warriors like before. They're going to stick with Golden State.
Yeah, too much history, I think, in Oakland. They don't want to do anything to disturb the fan base. This is the Bay Area's team, and you mentioned it. It does have a history, Kevin, starting off back in San Francisco in the 60s, and they've become a powerhouse. It seems even more fitting to claim the entire state, the Golden State Warriors.
Here's Anderson, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Just 4 to shoot. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, capable on the interior to score so long. Slow-mo. Anderson not going to pass up a look like that.
Green left side. Stolen away. Iguodala against Anderson. Comes up empty down low.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
Pass to Curry. Green inside the three-point line. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
Over in the corner, Conley. A miss that time would have put him up. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
That's an aggressive play from Draymond, going with the pull-up.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Conley. Puts up a 3. They get it back.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Anderson against Iguodala. Anderson's shot is off.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Passes it to Iguodala. Green with the block, and he gets it back, and that one is good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside Conley. Anderson outside. And the Grizzlies get it back. Here's Temple. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 5 to shoot. Poked away. Green against Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, man, when he's attacking, Cousins is a locomotive that cannot be stopped. I love how he got all the way in there for the jam.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. You know, as dominant as DeMarcus Cousins is, he has a tendency to get in his own way and take himself out of games.
Well, we talk so often about other players in the league taking the offseason to improve some of their weaknesses within their game. I feel like DeMarcus Cousins in the last 3 years has matured immensely and has been much more in control of his emotions and his approach and maybe finding a new home. There have been some strides in DeMarcus Cousins and his demeanor that I think he should be very proud of.
6 to shoot. Conley gets the bucket.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward, exceptional court awareness.
Iguodala the pass to Green. He kicks to Cousins. Thompson from long range. Connects from three-point range.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here's Jackson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Curry against Conley. Green up on top. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Minnesota.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. And here is Conley. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Jackson kicks to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Second chance shot, and Jackson finishes inside.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And the pass to Green. Thompson outside. Cousins finds Green, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. In recent seasons, Draymond Green's three-point percentage has tailed off a bit. Brent, is that a cause for concern?
It'd be a cause for concern if the 3 other guys around him weren't burying threes the way that they do. So, not too much. Draymond Green does so much more on the floor that, making threes are pretty much a cherry on top of all the defensive things that he does to disrupt, all the playmaking things he does to get guys involved. So he's a very unique player.
First one falls for him.
And Draymond Green is a great role player on the offensive end on the floor and makes guys around him better because he's willing to make plays and passes. And then he's got that commitment, that tenacity on the defensive end as well.
Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks comes in for Garrett Temple. Both free throws good from Green. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
Well, I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
And the first one drops.
Klay Thompson is really a guy you have to respect with how even-keeled he is out there on the floor. Never too high, never too low, and very much in control of his emotions.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Jordan Bell's checked in for Draymond Green. Urebko comes in for Andre Iguodala, and it's Livingston in for Curry. He hits both from the stripe.
Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
Parsons' shot is off. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Cousins. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Cousins has got 9.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cook's checked in. Caspi, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. He gets stolen by Livingston. Here is Cook. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
That's good. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
First personal foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for the Warriors, Quinn Cook. With one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The Free throw off from Cook.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Harrison kicks to Parsons. Green, the pass to Parsons. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And it's Livingston with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. The lead is 15. Here's Cousins, buried from 15 feet out. He's got 11.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum. And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Livingston with it, working on Green. Livingston, that's good.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Now here's Brooks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now Casper. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Cook. No good from Casper.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Now here's Jerebko. Defense right on him. Kicks it to Livingston.
Well, Sean Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Sean Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Sean Livingston.
Free throw good, Livingston. And Livingston, not really a three-point shooter, but Brandy does so many other things to help you win.
Yeah, really doesn't get up into guys physically, but is out there with his smarts defensively to be versatile, to be able to switch. I love when Sean has a little bit of a launch pad on offense to get to the rim and get up and throw down some dunks. Just such a steadying force coming off the bench for the Warriors in the past few seasons.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
And this is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
One shot.
That free throw good from Harrison. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
Warriors leading by 14. Cook kicks to Cousins. It's good from long range. Cousins has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Nobody near Parsons. And a miss there on the triple.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Inside. Cousins inside, guarded by Green. And Cousins gets it to go.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Harrison. 5 points in the game. Shoots over Livingston. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
Livingston hits both of them. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Harrison passes to Green, lays it up and banks it in.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Cook kicks to Livingston. Pass to Cousins. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And you couldn't draw it up any better offensively. 8 buckets already in his first 10 attempts.
Parsons outside. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Livingston.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
The Grizzlies shooting 33% here in the first quarter. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here is Caspi, defended by Jerebko. Caspi with the bucket.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Here is Cook. Pass to Cousins. Over Green, and it's Cousins. That time on the assist from Cook. And that's 20 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, you're worried about his inside game and what everybody else is doing, and the mid-range shot opens up, and Cousins can make that.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
So far, they've been active scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Jonas Jerebko out there with Bell. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Livingston. And it's Cook in at the point guard. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Warriors.
And the guards have really chipped in on the glass. I mean, gang rebounding has been critical for them as they've built this big lead. You see the effort 1 through 5.
The first free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Rob. And they're pushing it up. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Parsons. Outside Jackson. Parsons trying to break loose. Drops in the tray. Jackson's got 7.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. The Warriors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Urebko. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
One shot, gentlemen.
And it's Conley with the ball for Memphis. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Memphis shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State.
Shooting 1.
Warriors leading by 21. Curry kicks to Green. The pass to Bell. Back to Green. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Green's got 8.
Well, tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Two.
No good on that one.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
No luck that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The Warriors selecting Jordan Bell with the 38th pick in the 2017 draft, a pick they acquired, Brent, from Chicago for cash considerations.
Yeah, a lot of people scratching their heads as to why Chicago wouldn't want a player like Jordan Bell. Well, the Warriors jumped on it, paid for the draft rights to him, and was huge last year, playing in a lot of key moments in the playoffs and in the finals.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. And it's Conley penetrating, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Stephen Curry.
Yeah, former 4th overall draft pick. Conley took a while to develop physically, but the mental parts have always been there. And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
2, gentlemen.
No good on the free throw. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is health. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
And he sinks the second. And it's the Warriors with the ball. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Now here's Iguodala. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. One of the best NBA athletes of his era, Andre Iguodala, and still you could make the case, Brent, it's his intelligence that's his strongest attribute.
Yeah, most of the time, the comments from Steve Kerr or Ron Adams, the defensive guru on the coaching staff, talk about how Andre Iguodala is a coach on the floor. So he's been a great mentor for Klay Thompson and some of the younger players who are coming up and coming along with the Warriors to talk to them about how he thinks, what he sees, and what he does. Big reason why the Warriors have won multiple titles.
And he makes the first.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
And Iguodala drops them both. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
The Grizzlies have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
Two.
The first one falls. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam is found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Conley gets the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Left side, Curry. Over Conley. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, it's amazing that Steph can shoot where he shoots from, and the ball still looks like it's a soft finish around the rim.
And finished off by Conley.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Curry finds Thompson. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Over Conley. Curry's shot is off.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Now here's Anderson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one falls for Brooks. And Dylan Brooks, the former Pac-12 Player of the Year. Greg with a great start to his career.
Yeah, I was shocked that Brooks ended up going 45th overall in that 2017 draft. He just plays within himself, but still is aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. It looks like he'll be a strong scoring option for the team as he continues to develop.
And the foul on Jordan Bell. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Memphis, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Two shot.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Warriors leading by 19. Curry passes to Thompson. But they recover it. Six on the shot clock. Goes back up. And the basket is good. Thompson's got 9.
Well, defenses think that they're there, but because Klay has that high, quick shot release, it's not quite close enough.
Conley kicks to Brooks. Anderson outside. Green with the block.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is and great timing on the rejection.
Fires from the wing. Off the left rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Anderson outside. The dish now to Conley. Stolen by Thompson. Up again.
Yeah, you got to put a body on Bell. You just have to, or you risk these kind of plays.
Memphis has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Shoots from 12. Temple gets the bucket.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Curry against Conley. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, watch Jordan Bell. Watch him play off the ball, and you see how athletic he is, but it's fully evident on plays like that, the jam.
Now here's Jackson. 14 points for him. Here's Curry. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
They get the rebound. Green and Jackson with the block. They retain possession. That one goes. Count it. And it's Conley with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. He feeds it to Jackson. Good D by Bell.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Conley kicks to Jackson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Bell. Urebko comes in for Andre Iguodala. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Thompson. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. That's good from Jackson.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Green. He's got 8. Poked loose and stolen by Parsons. Wide open. And the shot goes in. Warriors leading by 20. Livingston kicks to Cook. Fades. And Green with the basket on the assist from Cook. Cook's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, if the defense is going to back up that much, Draymond's got to step into the mid-range shot, and he took it that time.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Grizzlies had made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
2 shots.
Two shot.
He misses the free throw. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jackson. And he sinks the second. Here is Cook. He has 5. He kicks to Urebko. Here is Cook, guarded by Green. Back to Urebko. Clock at 4. The shot. Rebound by Caspi. The Grizzlies trail by 21 to the middle. Here's Parsons. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
DeMarcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
I remember when Cousins came into the NBA, I had a chance to watch him at his very first Summer League game, and I thought he'd be a problem then. Well, he's still a problem now. I mean, he can do so many things out there.
That one misses. Jerebko, the pass to Cousins. Here is Cook, covered by Conley. Here's Cousins, goes back up, and it's good on the way up. Cousins has got 23.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Conley kicks to Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Shooting for Memphis, Jermichael Green. 2 shots.
Two.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Green. Here's Livingston. He's got 8. Kicks to Cook. Back to Livingston. Five on the clock. Harrison with the rebound.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Caspi dishes to Parsons. Green breaking loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Conley with the 3.
And the outside game just not clicking for them tonight. That three-point percentage is up from where it was in the first quarter, but that ain't saying a whole lot.
Took him no time at all on that one. Cook's got 7 points.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Conley surveying the D. Softly drops in the floater. 12 points for him.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. DeMarcus Cousins having an outstanding game. He had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
When DeMarcus Cousins stays focused and keeps his cool, you can argue he's the best center in the league. The scoring, the passing, rebounding, the space he eats up on the interior. Not many guys can do that on a nightly basis.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
That was very undisciplined half of basketball they just played. You can see it in all the points they gave up at the free throw line. Listen, I don't mind the aggressive attitude, but they took it too far with all the silly, crazy fouls.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Garrett Temple is out there with Conley, and it's Green in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Conley, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Now here's Conley, and Curry pulls it down. Curry's got 4 rebounds in this game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Thompson outside from deep, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 12 points for Klay Thompson. And for Memphis, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Conley finds Jackson. Back to Conley. Down low, it's stolen by Green. To the inside. Thompson inside. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And Sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Shots good by Green.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry from past the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Anderson passes to Temple. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Great showing for him last season. Putting up about 26 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
Shot clock at 3. Pulls up on the elbow.
Iguodala getting his hands up and extending the arms to challenge the shooter.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kept alive. Here's Cousins. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Cousins has got 25 points.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Conley for 3. No good on that one. And Golden State will come the other way.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Conley. He's got 12. Pass to Jackson. With the fadeaway. And he overshot that one, missing.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
And the basket by Curry.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Conley against Curry. Conley kicks to Anderson. Over in the corner, Green. And again, Memphis no good.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
Now here's Cousins. 25 points in the game. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan Bell's checked in for Draymond Green. And Memphis also making a switch. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Green. Here is Bell. Iguodala outside. Curry outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Temple kicks to Conley. And he's good on the 3-ball. Conley's got 15.
And he'll keep the D honest with his three-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective as an all-around point guard.
Now here's Curry. 16 points for him. And he gets the jumper to drop. Curry's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Bell against Anderson. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. They double team Conley, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Warriors now, and it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Jackson against Cousins.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
His 4th, second team.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Brooks. But they get it back. Curry against Conley. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Parsons is checked in.
First personal foul, team's 3rd. Substitution for the Grizzlies. Chandler Parsons.
Shot from the inbound. Warriors the rebound.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Stolen by Brooks. And stolen by Cousins. The drive by Iguodala. And it's blocked. Conley with it. 15 points in the game. Rebounded by Bell.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Memphis has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Thompson. Unloads from 13. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bell's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson kicks to Conley. Five on the clock, trying to get something going, and he nails the jumper. Conley's got 17.
You know, when Conley's scoring like this, I think they are a better team. I mean, the passing is great, but fill it up, Mike. I'm loving this.
Now, here's Cousins. 25 points in the game. Bell passes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Outside Conley. And Memphis turns it over again. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, there aren't many times that I see DeMarcus Cousins shading away from contact. In fact, just the opposite. He enjoys it.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. Some changes for Golden State. Jerebko's checked in for Iguodala. Livingston comes in for Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Curry. Caspi, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Andrew Harrison comes in for Michael Conley. And he sinks the second. And so it's Memphis with it. Harrison kicks to Parsons. Brooks outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here's Livingston. 8 points for him.
And guys, at this point, he's probably better served to take a seat anyway. They've got no chance in this one.
Yvonne Rabs checked in for the Grizzlies.
Back to 15. Shooting for Golden State. Jonas Jerebko. 2.
That's good from Jerebko. Jerebko hits them both. So it's the Grizzlies now. Here's Harrison. 5 points in the game. Shoots from the baseline. And again, Memphis no good. Now Cousins. Passes it to Livingston. Cousins dishes to Jerebko. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Cousins has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Cousins does a good job of measuring up that tough jumper, aware of the shot clock as well.
And stolen by Cousins. He dishes it to Cook. And there's the pass to Bell. Back to Cook. And Jerebko has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. From the high post. And it comes off the front of the rim. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Harrison passes to Caspi. Here's Rab, defended by Jerebko. Here is Caspi. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Now here's Livingston. At the elbow, it's Cousins. And that one drops for him. Cousins has got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Caspi for 3, hits the three-point bomb.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Livingston finds Cousins. And they double up Cousins. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal, 15. At the line for your Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins. At the line for 2.
shooting 2, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Cousins. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. JaMychal Green comes in for Rabb, and Mack subbed in for Brooks. Both shots good from the stripe. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And Mack kicks to Parsons. Pass to Green. Here's Harrison. Fires from deep. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game. Livingston dishes to Cousins. Jerebko with it. Back to Cousins. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting for Golden State, DeMarcus Cousins. 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Memphis moving that ball around. Harrison, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harrison's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Cousins, the pass to Jerebko, and there's the foul. It'll go on Shelvin Mack. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Shooting for Golden State, Jonas Jerebko. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Good on both. And for Memphis, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. He kicks it to Caspi. 41 seconds left in the third. Back to Mack. 5 to shoot. Pass to Caspi. Trying his luck deep. The shot missing. So Golden State will take it the other way. And here is Jerebko. 6 points for him. Passes to Livingston. Outside, Green. Out to the wing. Here's Cook. Off target from outside. Now Mack. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Cook out there with Livingston. Then there's Jerebko. Then it's Jones. And it's McKinney in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happening.
Here is Cook. Livingston kicks to Cook. With some arc, here's McKinney. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here is Caspi. Brooks finds Green. Back to Brooks. Here's Zeldin. Defended by Jerebko. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Down low. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now here's Brooks. Kicks to Green. From beyond the arc, that drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Here is Cook. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have firsthand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to go.
It was fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing, Kevin. Thank you.
They won, and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Too, right? Helps the league and notoriety and everything else.
Why not?
Now here's Jones. Evans feeling it out a bit. Great D that time from Green.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And that one's good. Zeldin.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Livingston passes to Looney. The pass to Cook. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Lays it up off the glass.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Here's Zeldin. They kick it out to Green. Misses the 3. The Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Evans outside. Cook, the pass to Looney. Dishes it to Livingston. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Rabs checked in for Caspi. And so here is Golden State. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Evans kicks to Cook. Fires the 3. Livingston, no luck.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Here's Zeldin. Misses the jumper. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Baseline J on the way. That one off the back iron and out.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Brooks right side. And again, Memphis no good. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Out to the wing. Jones kicks it to Looney. Now here's Livingston. With the teardrop, and the layup is good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The drive by Brooks. They kick it out to Green. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And that game against the Hawks, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Here's Jones. Makes it off the glass. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Anderson, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. It's stolen. It's Anderson with the drive. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Harrison's checked in. Rab the pass to Mack. Tipped away. Livingston with it. Outside, Jones. Pass to Evans. And here's Livingston. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Harrison. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
His fourth team.
Evans up top. He's covered by Mack. And the Warriors miss again. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Brooks finds Mack. That's tipped. Here's Rab, defended by Jones. Brooks misses. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here is Cook. Inside, here's Livingston. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Mack kicks to Rab. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, gee, you got 4 A's.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Anderson. Misses off the left iron.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Harrison scanning the floor. The dish to Anderson. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Jordan Bell's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. The Grizzlies also making a change. Brooks checked in for Shelvin Mack. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Grizzlies. He kicks it to Caspi. He dishes it to Brooks. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Golden State.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Brooks. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said.
Draymond Green. He has 2.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Green. And for Memphis, they're shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Brooks kicks to Caspi. That shot, no good. Great tee that time from Green. Pass to Cook. 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Golden State moving it around. Thompson in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Taken away. Now Brooks passes it to Anderson. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey. Advertising, more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
You see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jersees.
Or
but
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one,
gentlemen,
it was a dazzling game for Cousins.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And he knocks down the first one. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Memphis. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cook kicks to Yarebko. The pass to Bell. And here is Green. 6 on the shot clock. They swipe it. Fast break, Memphis. Anderson passes to Harrison. Yep, it counts.
All keyed right there from the lead pass. Right on the money.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cook looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson from long range. It doesn't go for him. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how intense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.